And she's like, oh my God, my leg. And yeah, Manny's just like dancing in the costume. And it's like, this is like crossing the line right now.
It's not good.
You broke her leg. This is crazy. But then the next scene, Ashley and Craig are with like the Kevin Smith's music guy, and they're playing him their like new song, and the guy is being a douche, and he's like, this is terrible. I was asking, I don't know all the bands he was referencing. He's like, I asked for this. I don't want like a girl impersonating Kate Bush and like something. I don't remember what he says about Craig.
Bon Jovi wannabe.
Yeah. But I'm like, oh my God, but girl impersonating Kate Bush, that was pretty on point.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't disagree with this like slimy man. He looks very familiar. Like I think that he's been in other things that I recognize. He looks so familiar. But something about like something meets the Meat Puppets with like a soup song of like Van Halen.
Yeah.
Which is like a weird combination. Also, I feel like Craig and Ashley, like he's like the something puppets. I'm like, I feel like Craig should know who the Meat Puppets are. But whatever. Yeah, I mean, so this music guy is being a real dick, but also like they're not good together.
No,
I don't like their music.
No,
I think the two like they just don't complement each other, and I just
they just have two very different like styles that don't work well together.
No,
and their compromise is like not great.
Their compromise
it's a compromise.
Their compromise is like just neither of them are good.
Yeah,
and like Ashley's not great regardless, but like. She has her own thing that she does that like doesn't always suck.
Yeah,
like she's a pretty good writer. She just shouldn't play her stuff because everything she wants to play is like slow and sad, and it's like kind of just like it's just not that good. But like she writes good lyrics.
Yeah,
when she's not trying too hard.
Exactly. And her voice is good when she knows how to use it. I think she actually did use it correctly in the song. Like she works better at like a lower register.
Yeah.
But it was just like, but it's boring. All of her shit is boring.
So boring.
She shouldn't write her own music. She should do lyrics.
Do lyrics and maybe sing, but like someone else should write.
I guess play the keyboard if you really want to.
Ugh,
if the song calls for it.
I have issues with her keyboard playing because it's like she keeps trying to like add like techno-y beats into it, and it's really terrible.
It's not great.
It's more like a synth now, and it's garbage.
Yeah. But then we're at the dress shop again, but now it's just Manny and Emma. And Manny's trying on some like boring black dress. Like, it has like sleeves and shit. And she's like, ugh, I feel terrible. But, I think also earlier Darcy is feeling guilty. No, that's at the prom. Sorry. So they're at the dress shop. Manny is feeling bad and she doesn't want to wear a boring dress. And Emma's like, okay, Paige broke her leg. She's probably not going to the semi-formal anyway. And also, this is the manniest dress ever. And it's like the pink poofy thing. And it's totally the manniest dress ever.
It is. But also, like, Manny, there are other dresses in this store or other stores. You can't find something that's in between, like, nun and, like, lunatic. Like, there's no, like...
Like, just find another pink dress.
Find your compromise to this. Find something better. Like, you are cute. You can wear something other than this, like, garbage. Like,
yeah, it's not even a good dress.
It's so tacky. And, like, so granted, that is, like, often Manny's whole MO. But it's so tacky.
It's bad. But then we're at prom, and Liberty and JT are, like, monitoring, like, the prom king and queen voting.
Of course they are.
Also, okay. We've said it before. I'm going to say it again. Are there no seniors at this fucking school? Because Paige is running for prom queen. She is a junior. Manny is running for prom queen. She is a sophomore. I don't understand the logic of Degrassi.
We keep calling it prom, but it's actually semi-formal.
That's the same thing. It's that they call it prom in this episode too.
Do they really?
Yeah, Craig calls it prom.
Oh,
it's prom. It's the end of the year dance. It's prom.
I don't know. Well, I was thinking maybe I went to no dances. I don't know how dances work. We had 2 of them at my school. So I was like, well, maybe semi-formal is for underclassmen and prom is for seniors.
Prom is only for seniors. But I bet you next season when Paige and all of them are seniors, I bet like the grade below them are there too. I'm calling it.
I'm sure you're right.
I don't remember, but I bet that they are.
But I'm sure you're right. Like, there's no doubt in my mind. I'm explaining it away right now, but like I know that it's nonsense.
Yeah, I don't understand it. But yeah, my school prom was only for juniors and seniors, but you could go if you were younger if like an upperclassman invited you.
Yeah, no, we had senior prom, we had junior prom, end of list.
We had like one prom, but it was only juniors and seniors could go unless you were invited by someone older.
But you also had 600 dances.
We had so many dances. Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. We had 2.
We had 5. Yeah.
That's so many.
We had like one the first week of school. It was like welcome back dance. We had homecoming.
What?
We had winter ball.
What?
We had Sadie Hawkins, and we had prom. Yeah, we had 5.
Every year?
Every year. I think they eventually got rid of winter ball after I didn't go there anymore because winter ball was stupid.
What the fuck is a welcome back dance?
It was like it was like the first Friday of school. It was not formal at all. It was just like in the gym, and it was like, school year starting, here's a dance.
Oh.
Yeah. And then also Sadie's was not formal either. It would usually have a theme, like famous couples or something stupid like that. Or like white out. It was like dumb.
That would have been my high school nightmare.
Yeah. Oh, it was famous. I feel like it was famous couples 2 years in a row because I went twice. One year I went as Red Riding Hood and the Big Bad Wolf.
That's adorable.
And the next year we went as Ferris Bueller and Sloane Peterson.
That's amazing. I love you.
Yeah, it was great. Anyway. So, yeah, they're at prom and there are no seniors present apparently. And Toby and Liberty are running the ballot box, and then Darcy comes up to Manny and she's like, oh my god, I'm so guilty, I can't believe we did this, blah blah blah. And Manny's like, I know, but it's fine, like we'll just vote for her for prom queen, it's gonna be okay, stop freaking out about it. And I'm like, okay.
She's like, and now I'm gonna dance with Toby to offset my karma some more.
Yeah. And it's like, all right, I guess she ended up going with Toby. And then cut to Paige and Hazel. They had arrived in prom in like Jimmy's van, and they're like being lowered down on the platform, and Paige is on crutches. She's wearing that stupid shawl, and she's in a fucking bad mood. She's like listing all of her horrible like end of the year dances experience. She's like grade 9, my date is orange and I'm sunburned and blah 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 blah. Grade 10, we arrive, like our limo driver gets arrested and we arrive in a police car and it gets burned down. This year, I'm on crutches, I'm hopped up on painkillers, my date does not like girls, and my boyfriend's away, or something like that.
Oh no, and then she says the most horrible thing that she could say in front of Jimmy probably is, and I'm arriving in the special bus.
Right. I'm like, first of all, that's offensive to so many people and on so many levels.
It's ridiculous.
And then after she finishes this tirade, Hazel is like, okay, I wanted this night to be special for him, and all you can do is complain. Like, you brought this on yourself. Like, your fight with Manny is stupid. Why do you, like, when she's horrible, why do you always have to be more horrible? Hazel is just handing it to Paige. She's like, shut the fuck up. We're trying to have a good time. Don't rain on our parade.
She stands up to her. I've never been prouder of Hazel in my entire life. She's amazing in this moment. She's like, you can tell that she's been thinking about this for a long time. And I think she just like, it was her last straw when Paige was like being such an asshole when she's like, I'm trying to make this special for my boyfriend who
has been through a lot
has
this
been
year.
through a lot. He's experienced traumas. His whole life has changed. He's adjusting to like just, you guys, like, can we just all give Hazel a round of applause for being a goddamn champion?
Fucking go, Hazel. I love you. We've said it before. I'll say it again. You are the wisest person on the show.
It's true.
You're great. I'm so happy you stood up to Paige because she's being a fucking bitch.
She really is.
And I don't like calling people bitches, but Paige was being a fucking bitch.
She deserves it. This is the most I've disliked Paige in a long time.
Oh, yeah, for sure. This is not her best season. Or at least like this last half of it is not her best.
She's not doing great.
Whenever the fucking Mr. Oleander stuff starts, I'm like, ugh, why? But then we cut to the dance, and Manny is dancing with Toby, who's being creepy and gross.
So creepy. Like, she pulls away to go get a drink, and he like clings onto her.
He's like, maybe you'll like the next song.
It like makes my skin crawl.
And then Manny pawns him off on Emma. She's like, oh, but Emma said she wanted to get her hands on you. And Emma's like, excuse me, I didn't say that. And then Toby like clings to Emma, and she's so much taller than Toby. And he's like resting his head on her shoulder.
It's horrifying.
And then Manny goes to get a drink, and then she runs into Paige, and Paige is like, what are you wearing? Because they're wearing the same dress. Oh, also, I forgot to mention this. Paige is wearing fucking blue eyeshadow. Because of course she is. And so Paige is pissed off that Manny is wearing the same dress as her, and it's a whole thing. But then we cut to Ashley and Craig singing their song, which is like boring and fine and whatever. And I think Kevin Smith is there, and he's watching the whole thing.
He's flirting with Caitlin. He says something funny because she's like, I'm just here to show you around the school. This isn't a date. He's like, that's so funny. That's what my real prom date said. Because he's adorable. And yeah, so Ashley and Craig are singing their terrible song in their terrible outfits. And yeah, and like Kevin Smith is cheering them on because he's awesome.
And then after the song, they like leave, and they're like, oh my God, that was great. Blah, I guess. And Ashley's like, oh, I'm going to miss you so much. And Craig is like, wait, what? And she's like, I've wanted to go since I was little. And he's like, yeah, since you saw Mary Poppins. And she's like, this is going to be, like, I really want to do this. And I'm like, Craig, stop being so fucking butthurt that she's going to be gone in London for the summer. Like, this is a good opportunity for her. Let her do her. Calm the fuck down.
Seriously. I just, whatever.
Even though like, I'm like, Ashley does not deserve an internship in London.
No, but whatever. And then she leaves, and like Kevin Smith comes over.
Well, first,
first
JT announces prom king queen. Is it JT?
No, Marco.
Oh, Marco. Duh.
Marco gives his speech about like thanking everyone. Also, he casually mentions that this like semi-formal was sponsored by Pantene.
Yeah. Oh, also in the last episode, the commercial right before they like cut to Caitlin's whatever, it was a Pantene commercial. I forgot that was a thing. So apparently Degrassi's getting like some Pantene money,
which like good for them. And then he's like announcing, so he does his speech. He casually mentions Pantene.
Oh wait, we forgot to mention that after Paige ran into Manny and was all pissed off, she goes into like a classroom and starts making photocopies of ballots and like votes for Manny 1,000,000 times because now she's scheming. So then cut to
Marco announces Paige is on stage with him like inexplicably.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Marco announces Manny as prom queen.
Well, first he announces Jimmy as prom king, which is perfect.
Yay. Good for Jimmy. Who also looks very handsome.
He does.
I mean, he's Drake. So,
yeah, so he always looks handsome.
So obviously. But like he had a good outfit.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. So he announces Manny. She comes up on stage. Her friends are all cheering. And Paige like grabs the tiara out of Marco's hand. And she's like, I'm going to do it. And she goes over and she like kind of puts it on her head. And then she like pretends to fall down, or actually falls down, but mostly like and does it on purpose.
But does it on purpose.
And pulls Manny's dress down with her.
It's fucking ridiculous.
It's a dick move.
It's such a dick move. And I mean, Manny's wearing a slip, thank God. But it's very embarrassing. And then she like...
It's still amazing awful to me that she was not
totally naked under her dress
because
it's a strapless dress. I can see her not wearing a bra, and yeah, I don't know,
so Manny. But anyway, so she is wearing a slip at least.
But then she gets embarrassed, and then she falls off the stage, and Kevin Smith catches her. And then she like runs away, and it's embarrassing.
Oh well, no, it's because Paige trips I think JT or Marco, who was going to help her.
Oh, right.
And then
right.
they fall and they
And
knock
then
her down.
They knock her down, and then she gets caught by Kevin Smith, and he's like, "Oh my god, like this is awesome!" Or he says something I don't remember.
And he says like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna shoot at this school.
Yeah, and then I think this is when we see. Then like after this whole thing, Craig is sitting on the stage.